good run.
Oh, nice.
Oh, combo was off.
Oh, so...
A really good run. Already killed him effectively a 0 to death.
Yeah, it's... God, I was getting ready to ask, so what's the history between Toby and Pladman? I don't think I've ever seen them play before.
I honestly don't know if there is history. There has to have been a set just because we're such a small scene, but I don't think there's enough to draw like a definitive conclusion because they've also like just changed a lot as players since I imagine the last time they played, because I haven't seen them in a hot minute unless they played last SSBU. I think it's been a while.
Even apart from that, God, this tournament has just been so...
Yeah, it's
like everyone who should be in winners starts out in losers, and it's like the bracket's entirely reversed.
Yeah, no, it's a fucking wild time here in this tournament. But I imagine Tofu's pretty happy with that. Considering he's doing great, I think this is the best I've seen him play, at least in terms of results, in a very long time.
Yeah, Toby definitely does seem to have his better and his worst days. There have been a few breakout performances that I can recall, and this seems like it's going to be one of them.
No, for sure. I mean, he's the type of player where I like watch him one tournament, I'm like, oh man, he's like shoo-in top 5 now. He's leveled up a shit ton. And then it's just like sometimes he just has a rough day, and then the next tournament's like, oh, he got like 13th or whatever. And it's like, you can see him doing either, but this time, it's definitely the former.
Yeah, I would imagine, so I could be wrong on this, but given Pladman is generally very good against zoners, like nice.
Shit, yeah.
So he's generally very good against zoners just because he's very patient. Bowser has extremely strong out-of-shield options, so a lot of characters, if he gets too close to them, he has real 50-50s on them that are very scary. So I would imagine, just given how much Toby was just kind of running circles around in that match, that maybe he hasn't played him in quite a while.
Yeah, no, for sure. I mean,
Pladman tends to be very clinical, and Toby was kind of able to...
Yeah. Honestly, he was playing way more aggressive than I feel Samus should be able to get away with.
Yeah.
Because I saw a few times where I'm like, oh, an up B is coming, oh, a side B is coming. I don't think he landed a Koopa Claw.
And Toby went for a lot of just really aggressive grabs. Like towards the end there, he got like 3 of them.
Yeah, no, for sure. And yeah, it's just really rough start to the set for Pladman, but he can definitely rally back. He's that kind of player.
Oh yeah, for sure. All right, so yeah, just that's what Pladman tends to do. He'll get up in your face. He makes great use of shield. So it generally seems like, in my estimation, if Toby can find some way to use Pladman's use of shield to his own advantage,
for sure.
Tofu used Pladman's use of shield to Tofu's advantage, then he'll be in a good position.
For sure. And smart use of the bombs, because I feel like the times Pladman really runs away with stuff, it's somebody rushing to land and getting F smash or up smash or something. So the bomb to stall like directly above him kind of limits Pladman's ability to get away with those like super explosive options. Like you might eat a nair and a forward air, but you won't die.
Exactly, and I agree. So far that's been I think kind of a big deal, even in the limited times we've seen it.
And somebody popping off for that time. They're real happy to see that. I imagine Pladman is too.
Yeah, I was gonna say, so when something like that happens as a zoner, it is really easy to just lose all of your steam and confidence and stop going for those ballsy maneuvers. Like Toby earlier went for like a forward air, and when Pladman held shield all throughout, just went for an aggressive up B and caught him.
Yeah.
So it makes it. That always surprises me.
Yeah.
But it's harder to maintain that confidence when you're at a deficit with a zoner. But Toby's
for sure
seems unfazed.
Unfazed, giant disadvantage, but I mean, he's still swinging. He's still playing. And he still thinks he's in it, so. And he is. I mean, he's a really good player. But Pladman also the type of guy to run away with leads because of reads like that. Feel free to have one if you want. I see you eyeing my cookies.
I'm kind of tempted. I just don't want. I don't want to make like noises.
Hey, we're between games. You know, just Cookie Monster that shit. No, but yeah, I mean, it's really hard to stay in that headspace as a zoner, like you said, especially when you lose a game, like in pretty fast fashion. You got down B to F smash, and I didn't even see up smash. So you got hit by 3 like giant discouraging moves. But I mean, in my experience, because like the last time I've beaten Jack at an well, the first time I beat Jack in an ABU at a long time was with Richter, and I feel like the key is to just keep, because if you play solely on the back foot, as a zoner, it makes you too predictable.
Right.
I think versus somebody like that. So you kind of have to mix in like, oh, if I'm Belmont, oh, I need to like drift in near. I have to like upbeat him
Right.
at unexpected times. If I'm Samus, I need to kind of like drift in, get grabs, get my grab combos going. But Tofu a bit unsure. It seems if he should stick with Samus. Or
Yeah, interesting. I didn't really see anything that seemed like it was Samus specific.
Yeah, I mean, he kind of got red 3 times, and that can happen with anyone, right?
Yeah.
It can happen with Cloud, it can happen with Isabelle, it can happen with Samus. It's just like,
Yeah, it seems like, because I know Toby said earlier that he was playing our goddess Rui.
yeah.
He said he went Ness. Every time, there have been a few times where Toby's gone Ness, and everyone was kind of like, what? Toby has a Ness?
Yeah.
But it's always gone horribly wrong.
Yeah.
So I'm...
Yeah,
okay.
I'm really happy he's stuck with Sam because, like, yeah, in my experience, like competing against him, every time I see Tofu go a not Samus character, I just breathe a sigh of relief. Not because he's like bad at other characters, but when you're playing top 5 players in the state, you kind of have to stick to your tried and true, right?
Right. So yeah, Pladman. Oh my God.
Man,
That's like.
that's incredibly discouraging. Yeah.
But I mean, as we see, Toby's still swinging. So it's just like if he can get, I mean, I wouldn't put it past him to just get this really long string and bring it back really quickly.
For sure, a spike, a string, a lot can go wrong for Bowser in this matchup. But
Oh, interesting. I thought he was going to get up with that.
yeah.
Probably was better that he didn't know because the up smash would
Yeah,
have.
that's my experience. I used to think get-up attack was just the answer to that. But the fact he jumps over so many get-up attacks makes it really hard. All right, so ledge trap situation, but
Yeah, that was a good attempted read from Pladman, trying to get catch the
For
panic
sure.
option. But
because Samus out of shield options aren't going to be much of a threat to Bowser for another like 60%.
Right.
So I think you can go for those kind of like what should be risky options, but the risk reward is just so in your favor.
Yeah, it kind of seems here. It kind of seems like Pladman knows he's in control here.
Yeah.
You can just tell by how he was ledge trapping, just not really committing to anything, waiting for Toby to kind of just come into his face. Thought I should have phrased that better, but
Hey, a bit of comedy never killed anyone.
but yeah, this kind of looks like Pladman's game to lose.
For sure. I think if Toby came back from this, Pladman should forfeit the set.
Yeah.
Frankly, I think it's a very, very doomed position. But hey,
Yeah, but you know, it's like one thing I've always, you know, you have some people will say, oh, okay, don't waste the energy, just keep going, or just you know, call
Yeah.
what's the word I'm looking for? Just
Throw in the
cut your
Yeah.
losses.
yeah.
And then there are those who are just like, yeah, you know what? I didn't pay $5 to
Give up.
give up. Yeah, so it's like I'm totally on board with the
Yeah.
fighting spirit that Toby is.
And especially in a
demonstrating here.
situation like this where this isn't set point, I think like if you keep playing and kind of put in a bit of fear in them, because even if you make a comeback close, that takes away a lot of the confidence.
Right,
they might
exactly.
have. So it's like, yeah, like if he gets the kill here, if he takes it to last stock, suddenly Pladman's a lot more nervous because it's like, shit, he took 2 stocks straight from me.
Right.
He almost took a 3rd. And it's just like, okay, I can't play the way I was playing the previous game, even if that might have been what was earning him the win, right?
And I mean, Toby just like he just went for that down air. It's just like right now it seems like Toby he's just trying to send a message to Pladman.
Yeah.
Just he at this point it seems like he might be saying, you know, okay, you know what, maybe I won't win this, you know, per se. I mean, he might, but you know, I'm not gonna say anything yet. But
Oh well, I can say something now.
yeah, just sending that message, you know.
Yeah. No, definitely. I mean, like, if he just threw in this out, if he just SD'd, like, the moment he takes that first stock, he's like, hey, I got mine, fuck you.
Yeah.
It's just like, okay, well, yeah, but now Pladman has so much momentum, and did you really save that much energy in, like, a
Right.
3-minute period, 2-minute period, compared to how much win you might have taken out of his sales, which we can't say for sure. Maybe Pladman just blows him up again. But I'm definitely a believer in fighting it out to the end. I think I've only ever SD'd once, and it was when I was having a really rough day aside from Smash, and got F-smashed like twice by Bowser, and I'm like, yeah, I'm fucking done. But 99% of the time, I try to play it out. We seen the Robin? The Dark Samus, edgy. Dark Tofu, unleashed.
All right, so we'll see if Toby can bring back some of that sauce from game 1. So, okay, so I wonder, because the sides, Samus can wall jump, so that'll obviously help with recovery a bit.
Yeah.
So, I wonder how that'll play into it here.
Yeah, I mean, big stage is definitely good for Samus. I don't see much else in this stage benefiting.
Oh.
Again, that was the exact same raid that got him started game 3. And Pladman, I don't think anyone was taken out of his sails. I think he's full speed ahead.
Yeah.
Might have bought a fucking motor to replace that sail. So now, yeah, Tofu lapped in percent, lapped in a stock, but I mean, hey, we saw him bring it back. Last game, 2 stocks. If he can take this one, nothing's to say he can't do it again.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, if he can take the stock right now and play the next stock, like immaculate. Okay.
Yeah. He's gonna have to play real immaculately now. It's definitely a very tough position to be in. But I mean, stranger things have happened. He's at 0, and I think if he keeps this level of percent, I think Samus is a safe enough character that she can do it.
Mm-hmm. So bobbing and weaving a little bit. Pladman demonstrating good patience, but you know, we're all human.
Yeah. And I think Tofu's aggression kind of what won him game 1, but I think now he might be overdoing it. Drifting in, getting a lot of funky stuff, but...
What?
I did not think that's... Okay, Bowser's a big guy, I guess. Wish Pikachu back there did that.
Just throwing it out there again.
Yeah.
Yeah, so...
And hard situation to be in. I think even Roll gets caught because Bowser's is small.
Oh, guess is wrong on that tech chase. Oh, yep, Pladman definitely feeling himself, going for that again.
Yeah.
And it's like Bowser's so heavy. It's at this point. Again, Pladman obviously is not expecting Toby to play as immaculately as he would need to, which is why, you know, going for those things like Bowser bombs and...
Yeah. Yeah. End of the
That'll
set.
do it.
Well fought by Tofu, but
Yep.
definitely tough. Once Bowser starts snowballing, it's real hard to get back in the game, especially as someone like Samus, because it's like, my experience, because I've fought Jack with all 3 of my characters, and my experience comparing Belmonts to Pikachu or Greninja